What about it, man?
Hey, bro.
How's it feel to you?
It feels good.
Nothing gets much better than November and December whitetail hunting in the Tennessee hills. And one of the things I really like is the way God often gives you something special to look at on those days when nothing much is happening and there's nothing worthy of harvest. I had taken a doe on top of one of the hills and returned there about 2 days later hoping to get a good buck. The buck never came, but God did give me something special when there were 2 deer that came into the salt lick. They were both very small. I wasn't going to take either one of them, but I just sat there spellbound looking at them and thinking about how beautiful they were. On top of that, there was also a fox and a coyote that came across the field. I wasn't able to get video of either one of them because I was reaching for my gun, and neither one of them gave me a shot opportunity. About mid-morning, my cell phone vibrated, and it was Chester. He had just shot a buck and was pretty sure it was a good one. Once he entered the thick cover, he realized it was a hit list buck of ours we had seen on a trail camera before the season, a deer we called notch deer, because of a notch in his left ear, probably caused from fighting. As I made my way out to meet up with Chester, the Creator gave me another treat. For some reason, a red-tailed hawk let me come within 10 feet of him. I could hardly believe it, but I was able to get out of the Jeep, walk to the back, lift the rear hatch, get the camera out, and start videoing. He seemed to be looking for something in the grass, but I never saw anything. At last he flew to a nearby tree, and again I was able to walk directly underneath him. He was a camera hound, and at last he gave me a chance to video him in flight. What majesty! Even without harvesting a deer myself, I had already had a great day in the outdoors, and I was really looking forward to seeing notch deer. What about it, man?
Hey, bro.
How's it feel to you?
It feels good.
Is that old notch deer?
That's him.
I mean it is.
Okay, he's been fighting too. See that little sore in his ear?
Why couldn't I get a tag, last tag like that? How big was that and you let get by?
10.
How big did you say it was?
That might be a little exaggeration there.
Why couldn't I waste my last tag on something like this instead of...
I went to the target stand, but I hunted in my ground blind about the first hour and didn't see anything. And I really don't like to move after I go to a stand, but I decided I'd move this morning, get in the 2-seater we got up in the woods. And I moved about a little after 7 and hadn't seen a deer all morning. And I heard something down in the bottom down in there and looked and saw this deer walking. I got my gun up, got on him, saw that he had a rack, and had just a little clearing in the thick brush, and took the shot, and he's mine now. And I didn't know it was him. I really didn't know how big he was. He's in such thick stuff that I couldn't tell how big his rack was, and I decided he was a shooter. So after I dropped him and went down to look at him, I realized it was old notch ear. I said, well, finally got old notch ear.
It's days like that November day that keep us getting up early and heading to the woods every chance we get. You just never know what a day holds. And I believe this day is a day the Woods to Word team is going to remember and reminisce about for a long time. All of us at Woods to Word hope that you will have an opportunity to get in the woods again soon, and we wish you the very best of luck. And remember, all of this comes from Him who gives us richly all things to enjoy. 3, 2, 1. Nothing gets much better than, I'm saying it ain't flowing right. Nothing gets much better than, nothing gets much better than, the much better, nothing gets much,